Everybody's favorite workout topic, the warm-up. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, and I hear that a lot. Ain't nobody got time for that, I wanna make gains! Really? You wanna make gains? Well, that's exactly why you should warm up. The warm-up primes our body into an optimal state for our workout. It allows us to maximize our body's potential. Okay, I have a good analogy. Imagine it like cooking. You first prepare the ingredients, meaning you cut the veggies, you cut the meat, you peel the onion, you warm up the pan, you boil the water, and only then do you actually do the cooking. Only then do you actually throw in the prepared ingredients into the pot and cook it. Of course, you could also just throw in the ingredients without preparing them in the first place, and I'm sure you will get a result, meaning you will get some food that you can eat. However, I doubt that the food will be as tasty as if you would have prepared it in the first place. And same goes for a workout. You will see results in your workout, regardless if you warm up or not. But the risk of injury is higher if you do not warm up, and also the performance decreases if you do not warm up. Meaning, do you warm up, prepare your body for your workout to see optimal results. In the end, I guess calisthenics is not that different from cooking. Well, with this being said, we have now covered the why, so let's jump into the how. First things first. A proper workout should cover 3 areas. Number 1, blood flow. Number 2, mobility. And number 3, positional drills. We will go through these areas one by one, and I will elaborate their purpose as well as mention a couple of exercises that can be performed in the respective area. Now, warming up does not have to be complicated, but it is important that the exercises are well chosen, fitting your individual needs, so that your body is prepared to execute the routine. For that reason, I encourage you to think along. My goal is to empower you to create your own warm-up routine by understanding the concept and the structure behind it. But no worries, I have you covered. As I promised earlier, I will also show some all-rounder exercises that have great benefits in all of those 3 areas, and simply something that you can start your warm-up with. At this point, I'd like to mention that my primary source for this video is a book called Overcoming Gravity, a systematic approach to gymnastics and bodyweight strength by Stephen Lowe. So that you guys know that what I'm about to tell you now is backed by literature and science. And if you're interested in that and want to read more about bodyweight training, now you know what to read. I put the description in the... I put the link in the description, not the description, in the link. You know what I mean. Number 1, blood flow. To quote the book, a few key physiological changes must happen in the body to ensure a good warm-up. You must raise core temperature so the chemical reactions in your muscles take place faster, leading to better contractile function and activation of the nervous system. Additionally, your heart rate and blood flow to the muscles should be elevated in order to provide oxygen and nutrients and export waste. Other physiological changes that must take place include increasing blood perfusion to the muscles, tendons and other connective tissue, priming the brain and nervous system for exercise, and ensuring that the cartilage in the joints saturates with synovial fluids, which is this. Now you may wonder, what is it for? The fluid allows the bones to be able to slide past each other without causing damage to them, meaning it prevents injury and allows you to move smoothly. So here are 3 all-rounder exercises that you can do to increase blood flow. Number 1, jumping jacks, 40 to 60 reps, should be enough. Number 2, burpees, 10 to 20 reps, should be sufficient. And last but not least, high knees / butt kicks. Also here you can do 15 to 25 reps each. In short, you can choose any type of movement that is low to moderate intensity, easy to perform and carries a low risk of injury. You know that you are ready to progress to the mobility part of the warm-up when you have a light sweat, a moderate increase in heart rate, and a breathing cadence, meaning that your heart starts pumping harder and you start breathing faster. Number 2, mobility. The second critical component to a warm-up is mobility work. We can divide mobility into active and passive mobility. Actually, Tom Merrick has a great video on this topic where he discusses active versus passive. Yeah, he calls it flexibility / mobility. Those words are used interchangeably. And it's really awesome. I can only recommend it to you guys, so I will put the link also in the description and you can go and check it out. In short, active mobility is the range of motion a joint can move into without any external force helping it to go there. And passive mobility is the range of motion a joint can move into when there is an external force helping it to go there. So in the picture here in the middle of the slide you can see one person doing active mobility without any support, without the help of any other person, while the passive mobility practice is done with 2 people, where one is helping the other getting into this position. Both are beneficial and both build on each other. A general rule is to start with passive mobility, especially in those areas where you have previously been injured, where you have limitations or stiffness in the joints, before jumping into active mobility. So here are the 3 all-rounder mobility exercises that you can start with. Number 1 are wrist leans variations, and I have covered that in my last video where I discussed all the different not all, but the main variations, and also gave tips on how to do them, the things to pay attention to, and also the rep number. Overall, I can say that it would be 40 to 60 reps for all variations in total. Number 2 would be the shoulder circuits, and you can do shoulder circuits in 2 different ways, the passive and the active way. The passive would be with an elastic band, as can be seen in the video right now. The second would be shoulder circuits without an elastic band, using your active mobility. Overall, I would suggest 30 to 50 reps for the shoulder circuit. And last but not least, we have the German hacks, aka skin the cat. 3 to 5 reps is totally sufficient, and this exercise is a killer one. It stretches and opens up the chest, lats, as well as the anterior shoulder girdle at once. So what's the main takeaway from mobility work? It should be that not just the muscles are prepared for exercise, but so are the ligaments, the tendons, the joints, the cartilage, and so on. So basically your whole body, not just the muscles. Keep that in mind and focus on your mobility. It will help you a lot during your workout and especially in skill training. Number 3, positional drills. The third area of a warm-up are the positional drills, also known as stability work. They are performed to solidify positions that you will need for bodyweight exercises, as well as to increase stabilization strength in your core. Obviously, the more you practice and improve in these drills, the better and faster you will progress, while lowering the risk of getting injured. Not to mention the form and technique will become, the form and technique of your skills and of all the exercises will become much cleaner as we acclimate our body to the correct positions. So here are 3 of the most useful positional drills for front lever, back lever, handstand and other bodyweight exercises. Number 1, the plank. 30 to 60 second holds would be sufficient. For the plank, if you can't hold it in this position, just simply go down on your knees or elevate your hands, your elbows, to make this plank easier and be able to hold it for at least 30 seconds. Number 2 is the reverse plank. Also here, hold it for 30 to 60 seconds and pay attention to your hips, to not drop them down, but to really squeeze the glutes and bring yourself into a straight line and hold it there for 30 to 60 seconds. Last but not least, we have my favorite positioning drill, which are the hollow holds. Also here, hold it for 30 to 60 seconds and keep the tension towards your lower back or your back in general, so that it is glued to the floor throughout the whole hold. These positional drills are a game changer, I guarantee. I tried them out myself, obviously, and I see huge benefits in them. So I'm curious to hear from you, once you try them out, how much they helped you with your skill training or in general with your bodyweight / calisthenics / street workout. Workout. Yeah. To summarize, here's a short overview of all the exercises mentioned per area. In blood flow, we have jumping jacks, burpees, high knees and butt kicks. In mobility, we have the wrist leans, the shoulder circles and the German hang / skin the cats. And for the positional drills, we have the plank, the reverse plank and the hollow holds. And with this being said, it's on you now to create your own warm-up routine. Of course, you can use the sample exercises in your warm-up routine. I actually would recommend them. But as my goal is to empower you to create your own warm-up routine, I hope you do understand now the benefits of a warm-up. You understand the structure of it, and so you are free to choose your own exercises, to try them out, to play with them, and over time develop a very individual warm-up routine that fits your needs. So thank you very much for watching the video again, and till the next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that, all those YouTube thingies. See ya.